Well, I'm a little impatient here. I told Gustavo that I would not check out this pen for a week, but when was he here? Was he here a week ago? I forget now. I think he was here. I don't remember when he said he wanted me to. So, Matt, I thought of something. Had the Germans hired me to put up the defenses on the Normandy beach, they'd be still in power. God, a goddamn credenza. Not another ambulance gurney. Oh, for God's sake. Yes. Yeah, had they just dumped all of the art that they stole from it on the beach, that would have. Yeah. So here is the platinum carbon ink in this pen, which I put in it. I think it was on Wednesday, so a week and a day ago, and it seems to be fine in this Waterman pen. I wanted to find out if it was in fact working after a week. So let me fill it up again. I think it is. It smells like it is. Yes. So let me fill it up with this. Maybe I'll try it with a different pen with a finer nib to see how it flows. Another pen that I don't mind sacrificing to the cause. See, where do I have a pen that's very fine? It has a very fine nib. This is very fine, a different kind of feed system, so I'm going to try this. Oh, there's no sack in it. Well, before I try it, I have to fix it, don't I? I think I can find a different one to fix. Put this in the pens to fix pile. Okay, this is a relatively fine pen with that kind of a feed. This will be the one, and I'll test them out today, this weekend at the Urban Sketchers. This doesn't have a sack in it either. Well, I can put one on this one right now. Just do it. Just do it, Pierre Gustafson. Sack is a little smaller than it probably could hold, but it'll work perfectly fine for my needs. There's nothing wrong with a sack that's a little smaller than what would normally fit on the pen. Did I not clean this off first? There was someone that was asking me to do more pen repair because I think they were tired of hearing about art and sketching. But I'm much more interested in art and sketching now than I am in fixing pens. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that that will work. So I'll fill this up with ink. Slurp. Yep, slurp. Why do I need to check it again? I heard it slurp. I don't quite, this thing has this weird, that's why. It has a weird ink reservoir, I guess. Okay, why aren't you working at all now? Okay, I can't see from this angle where the pen is going. Okay, so I've got platinum carbon ink in the Waterman, and I have platinum carbon ink in the Sheaffer here. So I will bring them out with me to do drawings this weekend at the Chinatown Gate, and then I will maybe bring one water brush with me that I might fill with red ink. I'm planning on bringing one particular sketchbook with me that I've discovered. This nib is bending a little bit, aiming a little bit to the left, but that's okay. Did I fill this one up? I think I did. Come on. Why aren't you filling up with ink? Tilt the bottle. This is one of these Waterman Commando or 100-year pens that has the broken end on it. So my plan is to bring these two pens that have the waterproof ink, and then what I'll do is bring a water brush like this that will be filled with maybe red ink, and then I can put red ink on top of this is gray ink, so on top of the ink, the carbon ink, and it won't bleed, so it'll be fine. I don't know if all of this is carbon ink or not. It's also mixed up. But regular ink, as you can see, will bleed and dissolve, which I like to do sometimes. But sometimes I might have the desire to make it not do that. And you see it do a little bit here because it hadn't dried. And so let me just do this. Let me make some lines here. Carbon ink, carbon ink. Let that dry and come back later and put some water over it to see if it bleeds. It may bleed a little tiny bit, but I don't think it will bleed much. And it could be that the very tiny bit that bleeds is maybe what might have been left over in the pen. Of course, I just put a sack in this one, so this should only have carbon ink in it. Carbon pure. we'll see. We'll see what this is like. And, you know, I don't. And the sketchbook I found is a. I think it was for scrapbooks. I have no idea what the paper is going to be like to draw on, but it has a black piece and then a transparent sort of gray piece and then a black piece and a gray piece. And I thought I would use color pencils maybe on the black, and then on the gray I'd use my ink and just maybe draw the same scene in two different ways. And I thought that might be a fun project for me. The urban sketching for me is often a way where I can, does this one have ink in it? See, this is really, really fine. What kind of ink does this have in it? This is missing a sac too. No, it has a sac. Is it missing a pressure bar? It's missing a pressure bar. Okay. Well, it's missing a pressure bar, but I'm going to, just because I don't have time to put a pressure bar in it, I'm just going to put a, I wonder if this is carbon ink. I'm just going to put ink, squeeze the sac like this. And then slide this in. So I'll have 3 pens with carbon ink with me. And I will test them out. This is carbon. Yeah, it just spilled all over the place. But anyway, the carbon ink. Okay, these are 3 are carbon ink. The reason I'm doing this is I've only used carbon ink in a Noodler's Boston Safety Pen, and I haven't ever tried it in a regular fountain pen before. And my desire is to see if, in fact, it flows well. People tell me it does, but I've never tried it. And the Gustavo, who's a urban sketcher, and I've loaned him my Boston Noodler's pen, is going to try it out, and I think he would find using a regular fountain pen to be, in fact, more user-friendly than the Noodlers. So he's the one that said, put the ink in your pen and let it sit for a week, and then try it. And if it flows, it flows. And I think I did that. I think I did wait a week. And it does flow. Okay, on that note, goodbye.